Welcome back, my fellow duplicants. Today, in Oxygen Not Included, we are continuing our power setup here. So I've got the natural gas generator set up over here. They are feeding all of these heavy smart batteries. We also have a lot of these thermal generators over here that are also feeding power back over to that. So what I'm hoping to do is be able to distribute the power as needed and also automate sort of the natural gas generators so that we don't end up with too much gas. We have a couple of gas tanks over here that are actually full, and those are causing a few problems here. We've got a little bit too much polluted oxygen. I think if we can ever rebuild that title, let's go ahead and rebuild that one real quick. We've got too much natural gas there, and carbon dioxide is another thing that I might need to take care of. So hopefully those will be done here pretty soon. Okay, so last time we left off here, we were just trying to build up the wiring system here. We're using just normal wires for the moment because I don't have enough conductive material. But once we get all this plugged in, we'll be able to do our auto shipping over here, which will kind of help us maintain a nice stable population for all of our critters. So that'll be able to pick everything up and actually throw that inside of the conveyor loaders. And then we're going to automatically filter out all of the eggs over here, and we'll just drop them. We're going to drop them down over here somewhere. I think we should see a shipping rail. Oh, that's as far as I got. So let's go ahead and build the rest of that real quick. All right, so I'm also doing some filtering over here on the right for all of the roller snakes. Now these are actually picking up metals as we run them through the shearing station. That's how we're actually getting a lot of our gold amalgam. But those also have eggs that need to be filtered out as well. So I think at this point, we're probably going to end up with a pretty big spaghetti of conveyors. But I do want to bring all the eggs to one spot, which means I guess I need to run this over here like that. Which kind of makes me wonder if there's less conveyors involved with just picking it up and then loading it and running one dedicated line back down here. I don't know. We have the filters. We might as well use the filters. All right, so there we go. That's a ton of conveyor rails. Locally, we should have the dupe that we need to do this. So what do we got down here? We got an extra skills for that. Jorgen, you're going to be a little bit more of a builder. We got plenty of builders right now. Danny boy, how you doing? Oh, you're doing pretty good. But what are your priorities? I think your priorities are not to build. So let's go ahead and do some building real quick here. Who do I have for operators? Ooh, I don't have anybody operating. The thing is, we need somebody operating all the time because we're trying to maintain a certain level of sand inside of our base. Let's see if we can get glass production up and running. Shouldn't be too bad. We can put a glass forge right down here. Just dump it on the floor. Usually that works out just fine. We could actually probably dump it right up on here. That thing's plenty cool enough as is. Look at that. Nice and cool. If it even makes it up that far. I should have all the high temperature materials I need. We've got plenty of ceramic, so if we build it out of that, we shouldn't have to worry about the overheat. So let's do it. And then for insulated pipes, I'm going to go ahead and use the ceramics because the ceramics, they should be able to withstand the temperatures here. But I'm going to use bridges. I guess I have to pull out all the carbon dioxide down here as well. I don't want my dupes to suffocate while they're trying to run the glass forge. That wouldn't be good. Uh-oh. We've got too much polluted water. Ooh. It's starting to dribble over here to the left. Quick, dupes. Look at all this polluted water. This poke shell is not having a good day. Poor guy. Alright, so we do have the glass forge. Man, this is 1200 watts. All of these are 1200 watts. We're gonna have to run a ton of power over here. And speaking of that, we also have to run this right over here. Dupes, you wanna build that up? A little bit more though. We'll actually be able to get that up and running. And you know what we can do right here, just as kind of some quick automation, is we can go ahead and use a weight plate right there. Haha. Maybe. I know these dupes have way too much to do. We're just gonna like watch them build stuff for a long time. What are you doing now? What? Why is everybody idle? Get back to work, dupes. Oh no, everybody's making a mess. No, what's going on? Oh no, I disconnected the power, didn't I? Or did this run out? What? Oh, something weird disconnected that. Okay. Ooh. There you go, Danny boy. Good job. Alright, now that this thing is actually connected again, we're not gonna have issues with power again. Gosh. Alright, dupes, come on. Up the Paku out. Just a little bit. These dupes were all about mopping. They're not about mopping anymore. Did all of my really excited moppers die or something? This is driving me nuts. The priorities are killing me here. Who's doing tidying? No, Benji, you should be doing that. All right, so I need a little bit more water. My poor slicksters up, Paku over here. They're just flopping around. Unfortunately, somebody peed on them and now they're out of water, which is weird. You wouldn't think it'd work that way. All right, dupes, come on. Run the bottle emptier. Polluted, thank you. The poor Paku are dying over here. We need more. Are you guys finding the smallest bottles possible or something? Come on, dupes. What was that? That was 50 grams of water. What? There they go, now they're swimming. These dupes. There, finally, a 200 kilogrammer. All right, how are we doing building stuff here? It looks like we got some decent wires built up over there. Looks like we've got this complete over there, just no filters selected. Let's go ahead and filter out the carbon dioxide over on this side. That'll be nice. Although it looks like we have too much carbon dioxide. Ugh, too much gas. Do I just run heavy watt wires to all of this? That's definitely an option. Because otherwise I'm gonna have to do some crazy stuff. That is just a ton of power there. Same with this over here. How's the decor? Okay, it's not really that great. So I think I'm just going to run the heavy watt wires up there. All right, so let me get rid of all of these power wires. We don't need these down here anymore. Although that one is kind of a low power thing. Maybe we just leave that. We will convert that to heavy watts as well. And we'll just get rid of the rest of these power wires over here for all the big equipment. Boom. All right, there you go, dupes. Plenty of stuff to do. Rewire everything. Now the thing about this is that the actual operation, which is the metal refinery up here, it will continue to power itself. We actually get enough power out of this thing to where we don't have to worry about it running itself dry. However, I think I still need to have a way to kind of make sure that I have enough power over here and then enable or disable the metal refineries as part of my automation conditions here. So if we run the power too low, we don't want to run the big heavy equipment because then we might run the rest of the base out of power, which would be bad. So you know what that means, right? Oh yeah, another big battery. Ooh, I don't really have the space for it. Oh, of course I got the space for it. Here's what you do. You just knock down walls. That's all we've been doing here. You build a wall, you break it down a few times. Hey, we've got a new printing pod. Excellent. We do need another person that's going to become a mechatronics engineer. So we've got, a super scientist over here. They will be able to gain skills quickly. It's a lot better than these farting dupes too. Dart, welcome to the base. I know you want to research, but for right now I don't think we have researching available for you, so there you go. You can improve tinkering. Did that dupe say he can't build? Dart, are you incapable of building things? Oh, cannot do building errands. You're unconstructive. What a terrible duplicate. Fine. Well, you can operate. For right now. But I guess you're going to be a researcher. Alright, who's my researchers? We've got Dodo and Davy Boy. One of you is going to get your brain shaken up and reskilled here. And of course, I deconstructed that piece of equipment. Ah! Alright, time to bring back the skill scrubber. Alright, so there we go. We knocked down those walls over there, and then we're going to put a Mondo battery over there. At this point, I don't think I can use anything but the super heavy smart battery. Like, it's too big and it's too beautiful. I mean, what a majestic piece of equipment. At this point, I just want a giant version of everything. Like, is that possible? Can we make that happen? Oh, who's catching on fire? Morty, why does everybody keep going down here? Oh no, now this thing, no. Disable auto, this thing's catching fire. How hot is it down here? Oh, it's only 100 degrees Celsius. Real nice. The heat creep in this base is quite impressive. How are we doing up here? Oh, just a nice cool 90 degrees Celsius. I mean, if you're 3D printing, that's a pretty good bed temperature if you're, doing ABS or something. All right, so check this out. Now we've got loads of power and it's ready to be distributed. So let's go ahead and plug in some stuff here. First things first, we're going to need to plug in, oops, I think we need to plug in this. So that's going to power up that little guy, which is also going to run all of this stuff over here. And if I snip this right there, And right there, I should be able to see that the total watts I can pull there is still 1600. Okay, so maybe that's a little bit too much. I'm guessing it's these doors, which definitely should be automated. Or shall I say powered? Not necessarily automated, powered. Let's go ahead and snip this wire. Why is the potential load the same thing? Why is that not going down? All right, so now let me run the rest of these wires here. We're just gonna plug in all of this stuff over there. Get rid of these wires. I know it's not gonna be all that interesting. Let's just kind of plug it in. I'll show you what happened. All right, there we go. The wiring spaghetti is coming together here. So we have a little bit of power that's running up to these guys over there. That should be fine. We have some more that's running there. And other research equipment and whatnot over here on the right. So should be just fine. But now it's finally running off of our main generators down here rather than running off of the coal generator. Got a lot of cleanup to do though. So let's just kind of deconstruct a lot of wires here. All right, so where are we at? Ooh, we've got the gas element sensor up here built up. However, it looks like these dupes are taking their sweet time on the priorities over here for deconstructing things. So let's get it done, dupes. I'm tired of you slacking off. What do you think I have, all day? Get to work, dupes. There we go. That's the productivity I like to see. Priority level, please. Let's build up these wires, get them going here. Are we having an issue with sand? Of course, we always are. Is that just because somebody is not running it, or are we actually out of materials? No, we're definitely not out of materials. We have 891 tons of sandstone, just nobody's running it. Errands. I suppose what I need now is something to get rid of this carbon dioxide. We've got way too much of it. We've got way too much natural gas, although that's actually over here now. Polluted oxygen, that's not a big deal. We could do something with that. Oxygen's being used up by the Atmo suits. Gosh, what am I gonna do with all this carbon dioxide? I think we can feed it to some slicksters. Let's go ahead and give that a try. Ooh, there we go. Big old bar like that. Matter of fact, if we put that right over here, well, that's definitely gonna be hot enough. Although going over there to pet the slicksters is going to catch you on fire. Can't fit over there like that. Temperature-wise, I do want to be in this area. So I think vertical's the only way to go. No, we're not allowed to re-roll. All right, so this is where I'm going to put my slicksters, but for right now, I don't think we're going to get there. So I think what I'm going to do for the short term is just kind of expand my storage just a little bit here. I've got a couple of rooms that are built up down here with nothing that I'm not doing anything with them, so let's go ahead and just build those. Gosh, everything's priority. Please, no, I don't need that. Hey, look at this. We got the skill scrubber set up here, so come on over here, Dodo. You are going to learn something new. Look at this guy in the paint shaker. Nobody likes the paint shaker. Dodo! Hey, there we go. Brand new skills for you, bud. What are you gonna do, Dodo? What are you gonna do? I've already got two of those. I guess I need a digger, man. Have at digging. All right, so let's see here. How are we doing? We got the glass forge. Molten glass. Ooh, see, that takes sand too. I have such a high requirement for sand right now. It's quite impressive. Actually, let's set this to forever. And then so long as this is below 1,000 kilograms, we're going to run it. Same sort of thing that we're doing over here with the plastic. And now we've got this big old battery over here and all of this power. Look at that, 160 kilojoules on tap. I guess plus these guys over here as well, and we're running equipment here. And over here, or is this one not running yet? Plug that in. Oop, I guess I can't. I just need to finish wiring it up. Oh, we got a new achievement. 365, 1 year. Congratulations, Stoops. All right, so now we should be able to sweep everything out of here. Let's go ahead and set this to all. Real quick, we'll just take care of all of this stuff. If I can, Pip, you're in the way, dude. There you go. And then what I want to sweep out over here is critter eggs. I can't just select all critter eggs, huh? Oh, are you serious? I can only filter out one thing? I mean, at this point, it's not even worth doing. I'm just gonna get rid of that piece of equipment. All right, well, that was quick. All right, so what I'm going to do is the same thing I've done many times now, is I'm going to go ahead and put an auto sweeper right up here, and then I'll automatically pick the stuff out of here that I need, and we will fill it into the required loader. So we'll just have many loaders up here that are available to be filled. So we could do 2 right there. We could do many more. What I'm looking for is eggs. Those are going to be filtered right down here. So I feel like that's just an easier way of doing this. Deconstruct that. I think we can even snip this, right? Awesome. So everything just heads up over here like this, and then we filter it out. Of course, we need some power up to that stuff. Luckily, we have power right here. All right, so one of the things I wanted to look at here was potentially automating these metal refineries based on the power level of our actual power grid. So let's see here. Basically, everything we want to have here is going to be some sort of and condition, right? So we don't have, you know, if we look at operating this, we want to make sure that as long as we don't have too much stuff and we have enough power, then we want to run it. So for right now, I think we can go ahead and just kind of do this number. You see where the material drops out of these machines? We could just use a simple little weight plate for a lot of this stuff. Except for this spot, because I put the power transformer block thing right there. Whoops, we'll have to move that. Oop, AND gate looks different. So, actually this is pretty simple. We could just put the AND gates right here, just like so, and that's it. Alright, so now where to run all these wires. Obviously we have the primary signal that's coming from the battery. This is our battery level. So that's going to run to all of these signals right there. So we're going to tee that in just like this. And then the outputs are going to be just like that. And then from right up here, this is where we're going to have the weight plate. That's going to tell us how much material we have in that location. Okay, some more automation there. Deconstruct more wires. Many automation wires. Now let's see here. I think I'm going to need a NOT gate for this big battery here. Eventually, once these dupes get around to building it. Come on now. All right, so now if I set all of these to be below 2,000 kilograms, we can then go in here, set that to everything. And then if I want to, I can actually go ahead and on the metal refinery and just set it to continuous, if I really wanted to. So the first one over here on the left is going to be set to iron, then I could do gold, copper, although I don't want to do copper right now because I'm using copper as wallpaper. So we could do things like aluminum, or if I really wanted to, and then maybe steel and whatnot as we get further down the line. Although some areas I might actually want to ship things in from another side, so maybe steel is all the way down here on the end. But for right now, we can see that this is working well on the metal refinery, which means we probably have some low temps running through here. Oh yes, look at that. That's looking better. What is the temperature on the liquid? 60 degrees, whoa! But it's 24 over here, so that's better. But you can see right here we have the iron set up, and it's just detecting this to make sure that, you know, we're below 2,000 kilograms. Now this works because we're not sweeping things up automatically. We only sweep things up when I tell them to sweep things up. All right, so the next thing I want to automate here is going to be like the natural gas generators. I don't want these to run unless we're below a certain point here, or we have too much natural gas and we're overflowing. So that can burn off the extra gas. So if we got gas and we need to get rid of it, this is how we're going to do it. First off, I think I'm going to expand the amount of storage I have real quick. I think that's probably a good option. But we can take an automation signal from this guy over here and then combine it with the signal that we're getting out of this battery. Now we might get a little bit more advanced with this when we start to bring in more and more generators, but for right now, I don't think we need to. So it'll look something like that. No, Davy boy, whoa! Davy boy, you're moving quick. You have died of old age. Thank you for your service. Uh-oh. Our morgue is filling up quick. Guess it's time to bring up another duplicate here. We have excavation, increased science, decreased athletics. All right, welcome to the base. The original duplicate. We'll find a job for you to do. And how's our research doing? Well, we're doing pretty good. We've just about completed all of it. Is anybody actually looking at researching? Probably, but we probably don't have... No, I guess not. Dart, you really wanted to be a researcher, so that's what I'm going to convert you back into. And the original dupe, you really wanted to do mechatronics engineering, so that's what you're going to train up as. So much duplicate shuffling when you're using the duplicate life mod. And you're constantly flipping them over, so you kind of got to figure out who you're going to use for a while, and I'm actually using the skill scrubber way more now than I've ever used it in the past. How did a pip end up over here? What? No, really, how'd you get up over there? Let's see if we can actually get some glass manufactured. That would be nice, but with my current demand for sand, I kind of doubt it's going to happen. But maybe it'll happen. Who knows? Let's try to dig on over here. There's plenty of sand available. We might have to manufacture a little bit more, though. I think we're only running 2 rock crushers right now, but that's just enough to barely keep up with what I need, so. Ooh, there we go. Now we're up to 2,000 kilograms. Nice. Ooh, even more. Dupes, what are you doing up here, Dupes? Don't do that. Although, I could dig this up over here. I do need to actually dig that up, so. Come on over here, Dupes. Enjoy that. That should be enough to build up a little bit of sand. Ooh, yes. What's going on here? Uh-oh, have I melted the background tile? I might have... That might have just happened. Oh, yes, there's a little bit of glass. And I see some gold there. Well, we refined gold amalgam into gold. There we go. Alright, so glass is finding its way up here. Is it? It's not dripping down, is it? Ah, no, we're building it up. You can see glass right there. Although I think I might want to expand that tile just one more to the right. Let's take a look here and see just how much glass we have. Ooh, 175 kilograms. We're going to go ahead and take that all the way up to 2,000. You know what? We might as well do the same thing for plastic. Let's let it run. See how much heat we can get down here. As far as the liquid, that seems to be doing okay. Although, what are you detecting down here? A vacuum? Lame. All right. Yes, there we go. Interesting. So we've got a little bit of steam over here. Behind this is some glass somewhere up there. You can't even tell it. I mean, you can kind of read it there. It's 240 kilograms of glass. And it looks like it's actually flowing out of this machine correctly every once in a while. I am running insulated ceramic pipes. So that's about as good as I'm going to get before I have insulation. So yeah, that's working out all right. Next thing I want to do is I want to make use of some of that glass over here to kind of give myself some sort of idea of just how hot the liquid is over here on the right. So let's go ahead and try that out. So if we go to utilities, we should somewhere inside of here see that we're going to have a pixel pack. There we go. Built in an unoccupied space. Well, all right. How big do I want to make that? Oh no! Old age! And more old age! No, no, no! Fabi, thank you for your service. May you return to the meal lice. We need more memorials. Hey, you know what? Yes! We finally have well, I guess we can use plastic tiles. That'll work. I was gonna make them out of glass, but yeah, that was me just cheaping out. All right, so let's build up a small temperature sensor over here real quick. So if I go to furniture, we'll be able to kind of put a pixel pack right over here, just like this. And this will give us some sort of idea of just how close we are to running more metal stuff. How I'm going to do that is on the pipe, I'm actually going to have 4 different sensors. So these are liquid pipe thermal sensors, which just happen to be blocked by everything. So I'm gonna have to do some more reworking here. There we go. And then out of that, we're going to use a writer for the ribbon. So we're going to put 4 of those down. All right, so what I'm going to do is take the automation ribbon now with 4 signals on it, and we're going to run that over here to the left. We'll just jump right on over there like that. And then I'm going to put the thermal sensor right here, just to kind of give us an indication of how hot everything is. Oh yes, there we go. All right, so if we take a look at the furniture, if I put this pixel pack right there, and then I find my automation wire and plug that in, I should be able to control each pixel. Of course, we need to plug that thing in. Luckily, we've got power right here. It only takes 10 watts, but we'll give it a good old heavy watt wire. Now, for each one of these, the liquid that I have when it's running out, that's going to be about 30 degrees Celsius. So 30. Actually, I'm going to do 30, 40, 50, 60, so long as we are below those temperatures. Oop. All right, so green is on the left, red is on the right. Let's see here. What other automation signals if we wanted to flip this? If we wanted to flip the arrangement. Is there a bit flipper? Just out of curiosity, now I'm just playing. Ribbon rearranger. Rearranges the order of the signals. Oh, yeah, this looks cool. All right, let's try out the ribbon rearranger. I'm just kind of curious to see what that's going to do. Where is the ribbon rearranger? That is actually from a mod. So this is from the mod Automation Expanded. So if you want even more buttons and things to play around here, working with the new automation stuff, then this one's pretty awesome. We've got things like signal, multi-switch, inline logic gates, craziness. Ooh, the 7-segment display. I just want to put random counters on things at this point. Look at all this stuff. Right now I'm trying to use the ribbon rearranger. We'll see how that works. Whoa, okay. So if I click on this, I could say output bit 4, and then bit 3, 2. So I could just I could be lazy about it and not have to rework my sensors or anything if I just wanted to do that. Ha! So that's pretty cool. Essentially what I'm seeing over here, although these are kind of like their own sensor, aren't they? In that it is below 60 degrees, so it's not very hot. It's not very hot. We're just kind of on the very last tail end of cooling here. So we're going down to 30 degrees Celsius. I suppose if you had one sensor for each temperature, which would take a lot, maybe you could find a way to figure out how to put that to a couple of to like a segment display or something. That seems like quite the project, but it'd be an interesting thing. Anyhow, at least we have glass now, so that's good. I'm going to use it very sparingly though, considering just how much sand we use up in this base. It's time for another duplicate. Zarquin, welcome to the base. It looks like we've kind of built up a fair amount more rooms. We got one over here, one over there. So we're starting to expand this. Ooh, we even got a spot where I got to throw in some more doors here. The one thing that we still haven't done yet is filter out all of these eggs. As you can see, they're starting to build up inside of here. We got a bunch of pips. Okay, we need to filter those out. I decided to not go with the inline filter because you can't select multiple things for the filter. It only does one thing. So really, I just wanted to have critter eggs, all of them, just end up right in here. So we'll do that number. And watch this. Boom. Problem solved. So what's next for our little base? More duplicates? I would like to get up to around 24 dupes. Probably can get rid of some of this food down here and maybe switch it out with something a little bit better. We do have slicksters up here that are looking for some attention, as we do have too much carbon dioxide. That's probably the most important thing. Oh, you know what we haven't done? We have yet to do the automation thing for the natural gas generators. All right, so this is receiving a signal that says, hey, look, I'm too full over here. So if this goes above, let's say 290 kilograms, then I'm gonna say, yes, we want that to run. And if this sends me a signal that says we are below a certain point, then yes, we want that to run as well. But you can see it's currently full, so we don't have to worry about it. Although if I'm just trying to get rid of the extra natural gas, then I suppose I don't need the AND gate. Maybe it's time for some super compressors. Well, there we have it, dupes. We got glass up and running. We've got some power automated. Ooh, and things are producing like crazy over here. Awesome. I love it. Things are starting to come together. So next up, we kind of got some gas things that we need to deal with. Maybe a volcano to tame. We'll just have to see. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar out.